in about 3, you know. So I'm going to pass this around. I'm going to show you these goodies, and then I'll pass them around. This is a piece of indigenous pottery that was found here in the back. And it came from a large pot, so I have some big pieces. And just imagine, you know, what the information in something like this, you know. I really, when I think about things now, I'm very much focused on energy. All of us, how we're all, you know, transmitting energy.
Yeah.
And my interactions with people, to me, it's all on an energetic level. That's how I see everything here, you know. So I know there's a lot of history in this, you know. Even if we can't exactly know what happened, or, you know, there's information definitely in that. This, oh, okay, I just threw these in here. This is actually something I designed, and just having them made, I haven't, few people know about them, but can anyone guess what this might be? It's got some synthetic material, and that's...
It's not like it's not a divining rod, is it?
Is that what it looks like? Yeah.
No.
A tool for fruit.
It's a tool, okay, and I'm having someone make these up for me. This is stainless steel rod. What this is a pipa popper. Now what I'm doing is, and I've cut myself twice. I have 2 scars on my wrist from opening up coconuts. Now I drink 60 to 80 a month. If you drink 2 a day, that's 60. If you drink 3, that's 90. I consider the coconut the breast of Mama Earth. It's shaped like a breast.
Yeah.
And it's ultimately, I think, it's Mama's milk. It's Mama Earth's milk. It's wonderful liquid. You know, it's clear, and to me, if I'm going to drink anything, it's pipa water, although I'm drinking the water in the fruit. So I've opened thousands of them, and my wrist got in the way a couple times. So I was really working on how can I do this in a way, and also this contaminates. You know, this metal is oxidized. It's not stainless steel. So I really went through some, you know, looking. I went online. What do they have to open coconuts with? So what this is, what you do, and basically you can get into a coconut in basically 5 seconds. What you do is you take a hammer, and you put it in. You take the hammer and hammer it in, and then you just move it around a little bit. And I have these straws that are hard. They're hard plastic, unfortunately. You know, if I could eventually get glass or other things down here. But there's a place in town where you can get these straws, very inexpensive. They're not even straws. There's something else that I'm using for straws. And the straw goes right in, and it's 5 seconds. And a child can do this. What's happening is many parents will use the excuse, well, you can't drink coconut water. It's way too dangerous, and there's no one at home to open them for you. With something like this, a child can do it. And you can have a healthier drink, you know, at home. Anyway, so yeah.
That's cool.
That looks easier than what Sam brought.
Oh, yeah.
Sam brought us something that...
it's a bit scary, that thing.
It's like a scooper almost, like a long... It's got a pointed end, and so he puts it on and has to spin it.
And so it gets a lot of stuff.
And it grooves like drills like a hole almost.
Yeah,
but
I've
it's
used
a manual spinner, which my wrist is sore, so I can't do it myself.
I've used those. Those are ones that are out there. But to me, still, yeah. What happens in this case is you drink, and now you're ready to open the coconut. Now it's safe. You just put it on a thing, you take 2 hands, and you whack. The problem is the beginning part. When we're shaving the coconut open, your hand's right here, and all these accidents. You know, there's a well-known person who cut her thumb off, one of the raw food chefs, I think in the U.S. with a cleaver knife opening these Thai coconuts. You know, boom. So to me, I use this every single day. Every day. When I travel now, I take a bucket. If I grab a few coconuts and I'm going out like all day to town, I have 3 coconuts, a hammer, and one of these. And
So
wherever
I didn't just use a screwdriver.
they're not stainless steel. Yeah, that was the it contaminates. None of this is. I wanted metal that was clean, you know. So you cannot find a stainless steel screwdriver. This almost looks like an ice pick. So what I've been doing now is buying all the parts, the materials, and I've hired someone to make them. And so someone told me I should patent it and get it out to
I'll buy one from you.
yeah. So I have these. I have just started selling them, and I'm, you know, But it's a it's once in a lifetime. Once you have this, and that's not my, it's a product, so to speak, but it's something that I use every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do have a few. I have 2 or 3 of these, but they're so great. I actually want to take one to the U.S. and see how they work with the Thai coconuts. They work fabulous with all the coconuts here. I think, by the way, did you know the Thai coconuts are upside down? When you buy a Thai coconut in a case, the holes are at the top. If you keep, you know how the way they're cut, and you think it's actually upside down.
Oh, wow. How weird.
Is the bottom.
And I think actually it's not good. No fruit. I can just talk another hour about how to take care of your food. I have no fridge, and I've learned incredible lessons about being. There is one word that comes up for me, and that is impeccable. Like being impeccable with so many things in life. There's this saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
That's powerful.
And so
Yeah.
being aware of the words that are coming out of our mouth, what's going in your mouth, how are you treating your food, are you wasting food? Be aware, be impeccable, cleanliness. This space, when you're not here, it's just completely empty, and that allows me to have room and space to imagine, to create, to manifest. When you think about clutter, how much of your outer clutter is actually reflecting inner. Sometimes it's too much for people to have too neat of a space. It's too vulnerable to have all that open space and everything clean, and sometimes we create the clutter to keep us, maybe from getting into those cobwebs, areas we don't really want to go to, deep within. So this was part of my thing, like no stuff. We'll go into the shed now, and I'll show you. It's basically the dirt floor. Oh, I love it. The dirt floor is the best floor that I've ever had. It feels so wonderful. We're going to walk over there now, and you need to experience this because I don't know if any of you've stood on dry earth floor in a structure.
Not for a few years, but a long time ago in Australia. Yeah.
Yeah. You never get tired, on that, and it never gets dirty.
Yeah, you don't need to sweep
Spill
it.
something, and the dirt, it just absorbs in,
Wow.
So and I haven't passed this around because I got I have a little booklet for each of you called A Small Manual for a Better Life.
Thank you. That's
I didn't
wonderful.
write this, but a man who was coming through this area of the world left this, and I found a copy of it and made more copies. The wonderful thing about it is he wants you to keep spreading this, and there's no copyright.
Oh, wow.
So he's saying, instead of copyright, this is free property of all. Spread it in every conceivable way. Write, copy, print, distribute, type it into the computer. These thoughts want to be made accessible to everyone.
Wow.
So if you like it,
That is
this is
amazing.
my gift to you. If you like it, I
Thank
ask
you.
you that you then make copies and gift it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in here. This is a Tico Times if you want to take this back. Fairly recent to look at. This book, and this is a piece of amazing. See if you can figure out what this is. I'm going to put these in, pass this around. I'm reading a book that came to me. I feel like in life actually reading books, ultimately they say we don't really need to read at all, that we have so much inner knowing and there's so much access points for information. However, when a book comes to you through someone, sometimes it's meant to be in your hands, So recently someone lent me this book called Light Seeds, Futures of Planet Earth by Michael St. Clair. And wow. I could just imagine sitting here and reading to you from this book. It is so powerful what he's predicting and the things that are saying.
Ooh.
What's it about?
Light seeds? Yeah. He's talking about what's happening now, what's to come. Especially the period between 2011, which is this year, and 2047. He was highly, from a small child, he was communicating with other beings. And he never wanted to tell anyone. And he said he's been taken and brought, he's had a lot of contact. And he's sharing, I think this is him here. He's sharing these teachings, things that he's learned, information, I guess partly predictions, and how to deal with what's happening. The changes that are coming ahead are going to change life as we know it.
Yeah.
Things are going to change so drastically. They say you won't know, people will say one day, you guys were the warriors who chose to be here during, how'd you do that? You chose, to be here at this time. So I like it. It's good. I recommend it. I'm not even halfway through, but I'm deeply inspired. What he's giving in this book are tools to deal with, like this other radiation that's coming through, things like that. How do we... there's other forces out there. For all the good, there's evil. There's higher agendas. There's things happening
Yeah. Sure.
that have to do with decreasing Earth population. And there's a lot of quote-unquote depopulation programs that are in place at this time. Everything from nuclear radiation to obesity to GMO food. On the third generation of eating GMO food, which is most corn and soy, corn is in every processed food, hydrogenated corn, the population is sterile. Now, they've done this on all animals and lab animals, and they're all turning sterile after 3 generations. AIDS and all of these viruses that have been introduced, man-made, introduced into societies. These are ways of, and the chemtrails in the air, between dumbing us down and becoming sterile and losing our vitality. Places like this, you recapture.
Yeah.
You get back, you deprogram. You actually need to unlearn many things. Like I was told, never look at the sun. Don't ever, whatever you do. I'm staring right at the sun every morning. Things like this.
Yeah, the sun gazing is really speaking to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
And so I was really hoping you'd talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I can talk about sun gazing. But also urine. They practice urine therapy. These are things that some people are ready to hear about and some not. And I started working with that just over a year ago. I think it's...
Tell her about that too, because she's about this fast.
Okay, it's the golden elixir. You always heard about the golden elixir of youth, and it's golden, but no one ever told you what it was. And we're making it. We are divine beings. We are walking medicine factories. After reading about it and really experimenting with urine, I mean, from shampoo to skin lotion to, drinking the morning urine, all sorts of things. And I know, fasting is
It's a good time to drink your urine.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's so
Well,
pure,
of course,
isn't
and
it?
you'd want to have, most people wouldn't want to because their urine is so toxic.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're taking medications, you may not want to drink as much as, if you have healthy urine and you're eating well, it's good stuff. So it really depends. You'd have to be eating, lots of bad food. But you know what? People who are very sick, and if you read the Water of Life book, which Jody has on the farm, I highly recommend it. People who are very sick were taking in their urine, even so. And it started out cloudy and it tasted strong. But all that cleared out by actually re-ingesting.
Because it contains the information, and it's almost like taking a homeopathic.
I was just going to say, it sounds like a homeopathic philosophy.
Think about it. It's the only liquid on the earth that has information about your body. Anything I can give you as a physician or anything, any person helping you is giving you a foreign substance that is not of you, doesn't know you until you swallow it and it starts, whatever it does. You're